Hold your pop.
All right, close your mouth.
Oh.
That video was posted approximately a month before my daughter was removed from the home by the Cuyahoga County Department of Children and Family Services. Here she is in a photo where she was in the hospital having tests ran. She was having tests ran on her because she had been having multiple seizures for the past several months. My daughter started having seizures back in late 2018, early 2019, while we were living in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'd moved down there to do the work of God. God was using me heavily in the city of Harrisburg because there was so much demonic attack and he wanted his people freed out of bondage. I would pray and I would fast and I would do warfare. As a result, the kingdom of darkness retaliated against me. My children were sick all the time. My son would start getting migraines all the time. My daughter would have stomach ailments and illnesses that were not explained. One time she had gotten sick where she was vomiting so much she couldn't even hold down water. After this had been going on for a couple of weeks, I ended up posting a video on YouTube and it finally stopped. My children were being teased constantly. One time my daughter got into a fight with another girl who had injured her and severely hurt her. My daughter started having seizures out of nowhere. She would have them multiple times a day. They would happen while she was in school about 8 or 7 times a day. She'd have these seizures. They would call me constantly. I'd have to leave my job and go pick her up and take her to the hospital. We took her to many hospitals. We took her to the emergency room. We took her to many neurologists and different specialists, and no one could ever tell us what was going on. They knew they were not epileptic in nature, so they could not give us medication to control the seizures. While we were on the job, I had met this man who was a boss of mine. He had been doing heavy sorcery and witchcraft on me. He had started bewitching me and doing attacks on me and trying to make me fall in love with him. At night, I would feel like I was being violated sexually, but I wouldn't see anything there. My daughter started having these same attacks. She wouldn't talk about it, but she'd be afraid to sleep at night. She would always go to bed with her light on or she'd want to sleep with someone else. We finally had to leave Harrisburg, Pennsylvania because I ended up losing my job because my daughter kept having seizures. We moved back to Ohio where we lived with my mom. The seizures continued, and my daughter finally divulged to me that she had been sexually violated and experiencing the same things I was experiencing. We took her to the hospital to report the abuse, but Children and Family Services came in and took her out of the home. They said that I was crazy because of the talks that I had about spiritual attacks, and they said I was incapable of taking care of my children. They removed her a week before her 16th birthday. We weren't able to even call her or know where she was. I couldn't even tell her happy birthday. They finally set up a visit with her. Here she is in that visit. That visit was taken a week after she was being removed from the home. We were able to visit with her. I'm asking today for justice for my daughter, Cherish, because she was a disabled young girl, almost 16 years old. She wanted to report abuse. We had been attacked and violated by the kingdom of darkness, and we had cried out for help. No one helped us. Instead of helping her, they removed her from the home and retaliated against us. They kept her from her mother. They split her up and separated her from her family, from her grandmother, from her brother, and all her other siblings. My daughter is still in foster care, and she does not see us. They ceased all of the visits. We no longer have phone calls with her. We cannot see her. We want justice today because the kingdom of darkness has destroyed our family, and I'm asking for justice. Justice for my daughter, Cherish. Justice for our family.